is Workout Wednesday. Madara, be quiet, please. What's going on with y'all, big dog? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that your day is going phenomenal. And if it isn't, well, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. Speaking of such, I have moved past heavy lifting in my weight training. Moving on to Workout Wednesday, I have moved past heavy lifting. Shut up! What are you doing? Moving back to workout. Okay, hold on. That was actually my fault. I didn't let him go outside. Moving on to Workout Wednesday, I've actually moved past the heavy lifting regiment of my strength training, and I've been doing a lot of balance, a lot of smaller muscle movements or strengthening, and plyometrics. It is extremely fun to move into this phase, and I think a lot of people think that lifting weights is just lifting heavy. No, it's all about getting the proper balance in your body, and this time around, I'm gonna be looking for speed, so expect more speed videos in the future. But one thing that won't be a speedy thing that will work out for you is these particular cards. So today, not only am I going to be giving you a list of cards that you should get rid of before it is too late, I'll also be able to give you reasons why. And I gotta tell you, big dog, we got a pretty good success rate, but more on that later. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in and talk about these cards you should be selling. Yes, it is I, Theater Kelly. I told you quite long ago that the stage was being set for this strategy, and I told you to buy Aliber's Jester of Despia's when they were $35. Oh yes, how we have set the stage for what is to come, as Aliber's Jester of Despia's are $140 a copy. That is over quadruple their price. I didn't even go cap. When I told you guys to pick up Aliber's, I thought they would get maybe close to the $80 to $100 range, but this is kind of insane for this particular card. Now, the reason why Aliber has shot up in price is because we are getting a new structure deck, an actually good structure deck compared to some of its other counterparts, and structure deck Albaz, allowing you to search branded fusion from your deck to your hand. Aliber Jester of Despia is a very important piece and can be special summoned through cards like Branded Opening and search other cards like Branded and Red. This card is easily one of the core components to a deck that may be considered as a top deck by most, which has made this card skyrocket in price. The reason why I'm telling you to sell Aliber Jester of Despia is because it's hit something that we like to call peak pricing potential. I don't necessarily see Aliber going up way much more to justify holding on to it, but we know that this card will only go down. The 2022 Mega 10s have confirmed Dawn of Majesty inside of it, and it would be rather foolish for Konami to print a structure deck Albaz and not give us a reprint of Aliber later on down the line. Now, there are three particular periods you can wait to flip this particular card. You can wait till the week of the structure deck Albaz to come out. You can wait right before the events that start on the weekend of the structure deck, or you can wait a little bit afterward. If you predict that this will have a very strong showing for the event, you might get a little bit more money out of it. But the reason why I would say the other two are a little better is because you've already made triple the amount that you've invested into buying Aliber's, and if this isn't the deck that you're deciding to play, then yes, this is the perfect time to get rid of it before it gets announced for a reprint. Now, there are some other Despia cards that you should be looking to flip, like Despia Inquiritus and Dramaturge of the Despia. Both of these particular cards sit around that $7 to $8 price range. This would be a pretty good time to unload those particular cards. And then of course there's Albion the Branded Dragon and Branded Opening. These particular cards have seen a $10 price range and $4 price range respectively. Definitely flip these cards at that particular time that you're flipping the Alibers. Moving forward, another card that has seen to skyrocket in price just because of the Despia strategy is Imp Chain. Now, Imp Chain is a fairly powerful card. It allows you to add a Frightfur card when it is sent to the graveyard. This allows you to add one of their best cards in Frightfur Patchwork, which allows you to add another Imp Chain from your deck to your hand in a polymerization. This is amazing for getting you not only a material to your hand to make Guardian Chimera, but also the polymerization needed to make your Guardian Chimera almost indestructible. Now, if you are a player that doesn't necessarily care about rarity, well, the good thing is that the super rare copies of Imp Chain are about $8 each, but the commons don't have that same amount of love. You can go ahead and flip these cards off for a complete profit at its best, and then still be able to pick up the common versions for fairly cheap. I gotta say that it's not always about buying and selling cards at the right time. Sometimes it's just about maximizing what you have. I don't think that were many people were buying up Imp Chain, as that wasn't a card that I necessarily thought of, but best believe I have a ton that I'm looking to get rid of. So, it has come to this, where one of my most trusty vassals is on this sell list. I have to say, Crystron Halqifibrax is a fairly powerful card, but it may be time to move on from it. Crystron Halqifibrax has become the centerpiece of the meta. Being able to special summon Despot 001 to the side of the field gives you ample opportunities to be able to make some huge plays. The downside of it is that Crystron Halqifibrax has now been pinpointed as one of the problematic cards inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Will Konami do what we expect them to do? Ban Despot 001 like how they banned Glow Bulb and Jet Synchron? Or will they hit the Halqifibrax? I think regardless of whatever you choose, my intel is fairly correct on being able to flip the Crystron Halqifibrax while ultra rare copies are sitting about $70 a piece. This will be grand for the kingdom, as we'll get the essential gold pieces that we need to be able to improve the prosperity of our nation. I think King Cali is fairly right. Flipping Crystron Halqifibraxes, while they are the format card at their highest point, is a good idea if you don't need any. Not only is this card long due for another reprint, on top of that it could be addressed on the ban list to make this card either banned or out of rotation. But King Cali also did pull on something else, as Pot of Prosperity is the next card that I want to talk about that you should sell before it plummets in price. Unlike Crystron Halqifibrax, Pot of Prosperity doesn't necessarily define the format. It's a really good Yu-Gi-Oh card, but isn't game-breaking whatsoever. So why am I telling you to sell this $130 Yu-Gi-Oh card? Well, that's pretty much the reason. It is $130. I expect this card to do a little bit of a baby bump, get just a little bit higher as regional season starts to progress, but ultimately I do think that it's at its peak price potential. Also, Pot of Prosperity comes from the Blazing Vortex set, a card that is scheduled to get a reprint inside of the Megatins of 2022. Now, is Konami notorious for not giving us the reprints that we need inside of the Megatins of 2021? The answer is fairly yes, but with Pot of Prosperity hitting what we would say the highest point, if you have extras, well, flipping them now would not be a bad idea. Another card that has seen a huge price spike because of Structure Deck Albaz. Hold on, let me try to figure out how to say this card. Predaplant Predaplant Triphyovertum. Predaplant Triph is now a Predaplant. Predaplant Triphyovertum has seen a huge increase in price because of its actual requirements to be able to summon. I know it's really weird, but the Predaplant art type has never required Predaplant cards, at least none of the cards that have skyrocketed in price. Oververtum allows you to fusion summon it by using 3 dark monsters on the field, and because of Structure Deck Albaz, you can expect to see more dark monsters. This card is amazing with super polymerization, allowing you to fuse with your opponent's entire board if they just so happen to summon 3 dark monsters to their side of the field. The reason why this card is getting bought out is because some of these Structure Deck Albaz's best boards end on 3 dark monsters. I've seen some scary boards, Guardian Chimera to their side of the field, which could be almost indestructible if polymerization is in their graveyard. Then there's Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, a card that can be played in this deck with 0 bricks involved. There's also Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. Well, the thing about all that is that all 3 of these monsters in dark, and it ain't saving you from a super polymerization. Being able to wipe your opponent's entire board just by discarding 1 card from your hand is huge, I gotta say, it's probably one of the most powerful boss moves that you can do, but you need Predaplant Triphyovertum inside of your extra deck to do it, as this is the only card that can do it. Now, I bet you're wondering, why would I sell this card if it's so amazing against the Albash structure deck? Well, there's this thing called good players not summoning enough dark monsters for you to fully take advantage of this card. So yeah, against a well-experienced player, you're not always going to be able to get this card off. But of course, we're going to take full advantage if you have some extra Predaplant Triphyovertums inside of your collection. Go ahead and flip them for that $40 each and make a profit, because I know that you did not expect this card to go up this much. And the last card you should be looking to move may have you drip down, but you should have dropped out of playing this card a long time ago. Forbidden Droplet is a $100 Yu-Gi-Oh card for the lowest rarity, which would be Battles of Legend, Armageddon, Secret Rare. Seriously, Konami really did give it to us, because this should have been a Mega 10 reprint. I would love to say that Forbidden Droplet has competitive Yu-Gi-Oh presence in this card game right now, but in actuality, at this very second, no, not really, it doesn't. But what Droplets is traditionally used for is breaking your opponent's board and sending resources that you may want to the graveyard to be able to proc their effects. Even bonus points if you can send cards to the graveyard that your opponent won't be able to respond to. This makes this card ultra powerful. But the reason why I'm telling you to sell Forbidden Droplet is that this card is due another reprint inside of the 2022 Mega 10. That, combined with its meta irrelevancy, should urge you to flip Forbidden Droplets while people are still paying a premium for them. I gotta say, Miss Drip, it's been a long day without you, my friend. And maybe in the future, I'll get to see you again. And that is all that we have, the cards that you should sell before they plummet in price. Of course, if you are a Master Duel player, we are streaming today, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you just so happen to be flipping these cards or buying some cards on TCG Player, make sure to use my TCG Player link down below in the comment section as well as the description. It really helps me out as a content creator. Also, be sure to check out these amazing videos, as not only are they awesome, they'll help you along the way. Well, until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.